NERDSoul.
I want to kind of interview you because you went to what was it? Was it in Sacramento? Where was the Comic
San
Con?
Diego.
San Diego Comic Con. You
Yeah.
got a chance. You got a chance to get your hands on Street Fighter 6. You touched it. You felt it. Because you know one thing I'll always say when we see clips, we hear about something coming down a pipeline. We get a whiff of something, even if it's a visual. You gotta feel it, right? The only way
Yeah.
to judge definitively what a game is you gotta feel it. You gotta get in that car and drive it. So since you test drove the Maserati, or it's not a Maserati, I guess it's not a Maserati. According to you,
Well, I mean, it's the FGC it's the Maserati for the FGC because I know everybody else is, the pros are going to love it, and then since the
okay.
pros are going to love it, the Joes are going to love it.
Okay, so
Because
but honest take, how do you feel? Okay, let me break it down in a series. So when you first touch the game, like punches and kicks, how does that feel? How does the basic fundamental stuff feel?
it's cool. It just seems slow. The game it feels slow. Um, I think that's the biggest turnoff from watching the trailers, because the trailers move so fast and they have like kind of like a kinetic energy to them. In your mind, you're like, oh, this is going to play at a certain speed, and then when it doesn't, it's like, why is this game so slow? And it just seems sluggish, and I think that was the biggest turnoff. Also, Jamie's buttons really ain't all that. Like I wanted to try something new because it's like I didn't want to just try, Ryu again. And even though I think Chun-Li is an awesome character, like her moves are sweet and she's an awesome character, but I suck at playing her. So I didn't want to choose her. And actually I could have chose Luke because I've never played Luke before. So I could have chose Luke. But I just wanted to try somebody different. So I actually should have chose Luke the second time around, but I chose Jamie again. I forgot because I was like, well, he's the only new character. But yeah, I forgot Luke is a new character, but I've never played as him. So I should have chose him, and then that would have gave like a different flavor on the next, the next match. As far as the drive system, even though it's kind of hard to remember which buttons, it is kind of easy to press. You get the button and it's almost like similar to like dust and burst and stuff like that, because you get one button and it allows you to do it. And but also without having time to like map the buttons and like look at the buttons, like it was, because there's like this long line at San Diego Comic-Con to get in there. Right. And most people want to play on the sticks. So I actually got fast tracked because I wanted to play on pad. Right. So they were like, oh, anyone in here want to play on pad? I was like, me. And so they were like, oh, cool, come right this way. So like that whole line it's a whole bunch of people that want to play on sticks. So I'm like, look, whatever. I'm like, I know y'all want to, it's the true experience. Yeah, you're going to wait for that true experience. So.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what you're going to be playing with. If you're going to be playing this game, you're going to be using the pad. So you might as well see what it feels like. So next question.
Yeah, because if I'm going to play it, I'd be playing probably with my 6-button controller.
So did you feel how the parry felt? Like, I know parry is set to a button. How does parrying feel? Like, is it something you got to time, or can you just hold the button down?
Kind of a little bit of both. You can kind of press it. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be perfect like Third Strike. Like Third Strike, like if you miss that joint, if you early or you late, whoo, about to get your feelings hurt. But this one gives you like a little bit of give. Like if you press it like a little bit early, because I remember in my video, I think I caught him with one of the parries where he went to hit me and I was able to like reverse it and hit him back or whatever. So it does give you like, I don't know, like a millisecond or something of give. Like if you press it a little bit early, it'll still kind of like catch him in the sort of in the act of trying to hit you, similar to kind of how Crusader works when you do the, what is it like? Is it the
it's back in
forward special or whatever?
it's back in special, but yeah.
Oh, back in special, yeah. So yeah, so like sort of like that, where you get like a little bit of give. It doesn't have to be perfect on that, on that specific, hit frame or whatever. So the pluses are like, the game is beautiful, man. It looks great. And of course, it looks great at San Diego Comic-Con because they got like the best monitors in the world. They got like the full 4K monitors.
Right.
It's like you are not going to have this at home. It's like they got the 4K monitors. They got, of course, they had it running on PS5, which I was surprised. Well, I mean, they got to rep that Sony life right now. But honestly, if you look at
it in its highest form,
yeah, because in Japan they'd be like, let's run these PC tournaments. But at the same time, they're able to kind of like, for those tournaments, they're able to like build these incredible PCs to make sure that every experience is the highest of quality. But I'm sure they had like the whatever PS5 Ultra or whatever they got, whatever it is, whatever kind of special version that is. But so it looks great. The drive thing I like. I do like the drive thing. The biggest thing I don't like is just it moves slow. It just I guess because after watching the trailers where everybody's moving so fast, you're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. This game might be like a little bit faster than like Street Fighter 5. And when you start playing it, you're like, nah, this might be a little bit slower than Street Fighter 5.
Well, I want to say something to that, just for, I guess, benefit of doubt. You're not the first person that said that about first touch, because Maximilian said that too. Max said that when he first touched Street Fighter 6, I mean, because Maximilian was the first person among us to touch Street Fighter 6. Like, everybody else has touched it since then, but Maximilian Dude was the official first person from the FGC to touch the game.
Word.
And he said when I first picked it up, I hated it. It was too slow. He said that. So there is some validity. But he also said, I guess in another third or fourth video, because he put out a little series of videos for the Street Fighter 6. He said that there is plans to speed up the game a little bit, to slightly patch it. He said basically this version of the game, this ain't even the demo, right? Because you got demos, you got betas, you got
Yeah.
He said he talked directly to the devs. He played the devs. Maximilian Dude got the plug, right? They plugged.
Yeah, it makes sense. But
Maximilian Dude fought the dev the dude. I can't think of the names of them two guys, but them the two guys that
that always do the presentations.
Okay, Max sat in the room with a controller in his hand, fighting them two dudes with Street Fighter 6. He fought them two dudes. And they said that it's their intention to speed the game up, but they first need to make sure the RE engine is gonna respond to the things that they're trying to do, which is a lot of jargon talk that I can't really explain in words myself, but I understand what they mean. In other words,
kind of like trying to catch glitches in playing something slow.
Because according to Max, and I actually did get a chance to play 4 and 5, Max said Street Fighter 6 at the first touch felt like 4 and 5 when you first touched it. It was slow, it was kind of sluggish, blah, blah, blah. He said once the final product comes out, not even the beta so much as the final product, when you get it in your hand, it's going to be a different game. It's going to be more polished. The graphics even going to look different. In other words, because
it already look awesome.
Right, it already looked great. But what we're seeing now is just a build. The reason, here's what a lot of people forgot. And I think, a lot of stuff is happening in the world, moving so fast, everybody forgot and completely forgot. Street Fighter 6 got leaked before it was supposed to be announced, right? They did not intend for us to see what we saw. What they wanted to do was to just show clip, like give us a little clip every month or every 2 weeks. They'll give us a little trailer, and
Hmm.
that's it. That was it. That's all they intended for us to do. No leaks, no character leaks, no
Oh
nothing,
yeah,
no
because there
information
was that
pulled.
big leak. Even
Right.
though I did think that it might have been one of those fake leaks, but
Nah,
you
it
know,
was
like
a leak.
Capcom, like going to
Somebody
give them
got
a little
fired.
something.
Somebody got fired. It was internal. It was an internal thing. Somebody got fired. Somebody got access to the file and they leaked it being salty and bitter and stuff about losing their job, right? They lost their job at Capcom. I don't know who the person was. It was someone in Japan. It was a Japanese person. It got disgruntled worker, leaked the stuff, right? So here's what was happening now. As a result of the leak, Capcom thought that they were going to be in some type of trouble or like the public was going to be mad or whatever, that they was going to lose money. What ended up happening was everybody's hype, everybody love it, let's give me more encore. So what they're doing is, okay, well now, since everybody done seen it, now we got to speed up this process a little bit and start working towards at least a demo or beta because they've seen everything. They see the characters that we finna give them, the full roster, the future DLC, even if that ain't base roster, that photo that we have, it's
Yeah,
the base roster will be base roster, and then if nothing else, we got future DLC. We got everything we need to know about this game way before we were supposed to know. So they're
yeah,
forced to
definitely.
let us play and touch the game before it's even ready to come out. You are playing a version of the game that's not even close to being finished. Even if it feels like it can be finished, even if you go to the menu and pick your character, and if you notice, you only had a character screen of 4 people, right? You're looking
Yep.
at a character screen of 4 people because you don't have a copy of the game that's finished. Even they don't have a copy of the game that's finished because it's unfinished. They still got to polish and balance everybody's moves and kicks and punches. Um, Ken right now is being balanced. Trust me, everybody has already been created. DJ has a model. Everybody that we saw in that photo already has a character model, and that character model is already somewhere sitting in a database in a little vault somewhere. You know, going through loops, punching and kicking and stuff. It's just not ready to be showcased. So what you getting essentially is a sluggish, unfinished build of Street Fighter 6. And Max said
Mm.
this from the mouth of the dev. Max complained to the dev, hey man, this thing is slow because you know Max gonna be honest, he gonna be in your face with it. He was like this with them devs, and they were like, no, 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 please understand. Please understand. We know it's slow, but this isn't you wasn't supposed to see this anyway. You're not, in other words, everything that y'all getting, y'all not supposed to have right now. You're supposed to get it down the line. But the leak happened. So now they have to play. I wouldn't say pick up the pieces, more like damage control. You know, it's like, all right, well, you know, the cat's out the bag.
Okay.
Now we gotta give them something, even though we're not finished. We still got to start doing something. So we'll let y'all touch it. We'll let y'all play on it. But any complaints that you have are unfair complaints because the game is unfinished. It's not even beta because even a beta gonna have some kink. This ain't even beta. This is just oh fooey. We messed up. The stuff that leak. We're not ready. We're not even close to being ready. But we do have something because they gotta have something because they gotta take that stuff home for homework. They go in the office and do their job. They take stuff home and they go home. So trust me, they're playing it at home, the devs, because they have to make sure these characters do what they say do. They go back to the office and change where they need to change. So let's say y'all playing a version of the game that's like one of the copies that the devs had to take home to do for homework. Each dev gets a copy of the game to take home, and they have to play it and fiddle with stuff and find the kinks. All right, when they come back to it, all right, I found this wrong and I found that wrong. So that copy that they're taking home is not ready for the public to be sold for $59.99. But that's the copy that they're giving y'all at San Diego Comic Con and Maximilian Dude and everybody else because hey, we do have something to use because we're using something. And they always have something. Every game has something. Even Jesse Wright got something. Because how then can he show us these
Yo,
clips?
Jesse,
Who's
holla at
pressing
us.
these buttons? you think about it though. Think about it though, nerd. If every clip that you see of a game coming down a pipeline, somebody mashing those buttons. Who is it mashing those buttons? It doesn't really matter. It's just that there's a person, there's two humans, each controlling that avatar, doing those combos and pressing those buttons to give you the clip that you see. So you're getting that little version or file of the game that's not finished. It's just not finished, and they are fully aware that it has some kinks. They wasn't ready for you to see it. It's like drawing a picture and it hasn't been colored yet, and then people see your picture, it's like, oh man, that picture needs some color to it. Well, of course I'm gonna get to it. It's like
it's like I haven't finished it.
Like, yeah, give me a chance to color it.
Because the way they've been playing it, at least because I didn't know about the fire stuff. The way they've been playing it is like we had it pretty ready, and the cat's out the bag. They didn't know we was like almost done with it.
Nah, they wasn't planning it like
when you go to San Diego, they had like a whole man. If they doing damage control, they doing a good job because they had like a whole,
they got to.
Like Capcom Pavilion. They had let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe about 10 stations. Some pads, some sticks. They had a line. They had people in the Capcom gear, and the carpet was Capcom carpet in it. Like, they know how to pull together. I guess when you got millions upon millions of dollars.
When you got billions of dollars.
Because I was like, and I'm just the way context. It looked is like, all right, y'all, we about ready to drop this joint.
Now, mind you, is there going to be some element of kind of like, I don't know, moderate pace combat? It's not going to be hyperly fast because of the RE engine. This is not the Unreal Engine that we're all used to. Street Fighter V is Unreal Engine. Street Fighter 4 is Unreal Engine. Tekken 7 is Unreal Engine. This is RE Engine. So you also playing the RE engine. Remember, that's the new software that they're using going forward. Capcom.
Yeah, because ain't that supposed to be proprietary too?
Yeah, in other words, the Unreal Engine has a competitor, the RE engine, right? And the RE engine apparently can do more than the Unreal Engine. There's more freedom. There's not as many restrictions, I guess. So some of these characters, avatars, when they create them under the Unreal Engine, apparently there's a lot of restrictions. I mean, there's freedom, but then there's restrictions. And apparently the RE engine gives you full range of motion. I guess I don't know the particulars. I just know the RE engine is the new competitor for these developers. So they're probably going to still use both. It's not that the Unreal Engine is going out of business. It has a competitor like
they
Xbox
still got
and
a
PlayStation.
whole lot of other developers using it.
Yeah,
because I know they already used the RE engine on like other Capcom games, like other open world stuff. So
so that's another aspect, or I guess angle to come at it, is the movement. But that's not, and everything I said all that, and I'm saying this is just coming from Maximilian Dood and the devs of Street Fighter 6. This is not me, my words. This is just what they said. So we still have to, the jury is still out on the speed of the game when it comes out.